Greetings! Welcome to Film Gazers, a podcast focusing on the science fiction, horror, fantasy trinity, and 20th century entertainment. I'm Steph.
I'm Jess. We're cousins / besties. Join us as we reminisce, discuss, and review films from our childhood.
We're back, baby!
We're back, bitches!
We had a summer break. We were off for June. We gave you guys a little mini-sode. With the gals, we went and saw Stop That Train. So go check that out if you missed it. Glad to be back. Although I feel like we were slightly unprepared to come back.
Yes. Had a lot going on during the summer break.
Yes. Give us some highlights.
The majority of the time, I was fostering kittens.
Yes.
I was forced into fostering kittens.
She found them in her front yard and her car.
I rescued them from my engine. They tried to kill themselves twice. And then I had to bring them inside. And then every rescue I contacted was like, nah. And then one was basically like, if you foster them, we will help you.
Yeah.
So I was like, any help is appreciated.
Yeah. Help the kittens.
Yeah. So I've been fostering 4 kittens. They have taken over my whole household.
And they are actually at an adoption event right now.
Right now. They are at an adoption event. So I don't know if I'm taking any home with me or not today.
I know. That's the not knowing is the worst part.
I will be honest. I cried all the way over here to Stephanie's house. I was so sad because they're the sweetest little babies.
They're very cute kittens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope someone adopts them.
I hope a good someone adopts them.
Yes. Of course. Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best for these babies.
So besides the kitten fostering, have you had any other time for anything else?
Really, no. Besides, I started a new art project.
Nice.
That involves Procreate.
Ooh.
So I upgraded my son's iPad, and then I've been using his
nice
downgraded one, which is fine for me. Mm-hmm. And I've never used Procreate before, so I've been teaching myself Procreate, and that's been really fun.
Nice.
I thought I was too old to learn something new, but guess what? You're never too old.
You're never too old.
And then last night, me and my mom watched Slay, the drag queen vampire movie.
Oh, yeah. That one was fun. I watched it around Halloween one year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cute. And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. I mean, solid summer break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did a lot of work, and we have our business stuff. We got an exhaust installed in our garage, so now like we can kind of cut at all times. Right now, like the smoke will come out a little bit, and we live in like a cul-de-sac, so like kids are playing and stuff, so we can't really do it during the day sometimes because we don't want to be assholes and just have like smoke blowing out. Yeah. So we finally got the exhaust thing like installed in the roof part. So now we just kind of have to go to the garage. So that feels very good. Feel accomplished. Got like something for the business done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was just I'm trying to keep up with everything. I feel like lately.
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of stuff. Nothing too crazy. I'm still been on like my Law and Order SVU binge. So you know how that can like take up every waking moment of your day if you wanted it to. But I did watch some movies. Andrew and I have been watching them randomly sometimes on the weekend when we're like kind of going in and out. But Legally Blonde. Mm-hmm. We did Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Oh my God.
I had never seen it. And that was a day when we were...
No, you used to love the Taco Bell dog.
Well, this was years later when it came out. Like, I was a full adult when this movie came out. Yeah.
I didn't realize
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember that now.
I believe so.
I just remember your Yokiro Taco Bell shirt.
Yeah, I had the Yokiro Taco Bell shirt. And it had a little embroidered chihuahua on it. And he had a little rose in his mouth. It was adorable.
Yeah, it was.
I watched 21 Jump Street because I had never seen that one either.
Oh, that was your first time?
Yeah, it was. It was ridiculous and of its time, but it was pretty funny. Channing Tatum was funny in it. Yeah. Like, I think I never watched his movies very much, like when he was really in his heyday and everyone was like obsessed with him. Yeah. I didn't see many of them, so I didn't really know what kind of actor he was. So when I've started actually seeing his stuff now, I'm like, oh, he's way funnier than I was anticipating.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's kind of like how like John Cena.
Yes, yeah, like that kind of maybe sense of humor. We also watched The Legend of Billie Jean. Mm-hmm. And I have not watched that movie since I was a kid. I loved it. Even considering the subject matter. But still, like...
It wasn't, like, graphic.
Watching it again, I'm still like, it holds up. It's amazing.
Wasn't the soundtrack really
Long
good, too?
live Billie Jean. Like, yeah, like, she was an icon and an inspiration.
And gorgeous.
Yes.
With those eyes.
And... the costumes, like the costume design, like her outfits were just so good. All of them, every single one. But then Andrew was like, why is she always wearing these little tiny tops, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, she can do what she wants.
Like, it's fucking hot.
I know, like, don't be looking. She's a minor. But no, he did like the movie overall. But he kind of was in and out of that one. So.
You'd never seen it before?
No, he had never even heard of it, I think. Yeah. That was a deep cut from our childhood.
That's one Dave loves that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Also.
Nice.
But he was older in the 80s.
Yeah, I would say he was probably a good age to be watching it when it came out. I also watched National Treasure for the 4th of July.
That's a good 4th of July movie.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty...
Oh, you know what?
Like,
I just realized this is the first year I didn't watch Independence Day.
Oh, shit.
I think I totally forgot.
Yeah?
What was I doing?
Like, I don't even remember.
I don't even know what I was doing on the 4th of July. I know we didn't go anywhere.
We didn't do much either. I watched that movie and we had hot dogs.
I mean, that's very...
I feel like that was as American as I wanted to be
American.
that day.
I think that's when I started watching the Social Media Killers.
Oh.
Or Murders. Maybe,
yeah, there you go.
HBO. Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess just been up to the huge, but getting projects done, knocking stuff out. And it was just nice kind of taking a break and watching whatever, and then not having to watch something.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it gets a little redundant, I guess, with the podcast where you're like, oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah, and like actually pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah, because these, I'm like, I can't even tell you what the Beverly Hills Chihuahua, like, parts of it hardly.
What the plot.
By now. Yeah, I'm like, one and done. In and out. So yeah, guys, we enjoyed our break. We hope you've been enjoying your summer. This is July, and as we said, Big Blue Wet Thing. Water-themed movies.
Big Blue Wet Thing.
On the Big Blue Wet Thing. I picked Sphere for this episode, and Jess went with...
Underwater.
The 2021.
Mm-hmm.
August, we are going to announce that on next episode. Get ready. We're still making some plans for going into basically the fall and kind of holiday season. Mm-hmm. So let's just get into it. In this episode, we watched 1998's Sphere. It was directed by Barry Levinson, screenplay by Stephen Hauser and Paul Attanasio. Adaptation by Kurt Wimmer, based on Sphere by the one and only Michael Crichton.
Mm-hmm. That surprised me.
Produced by Barry Levinson, Michael Crichton, and Andrew Wald. It was starring Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, Samuel L. Jackson, Peter Coyote, and Liv Schreiber.
You know which one was Peter Coyote?
The captain?
Yeah. Did you know Huey Lewis was in this? He was the helicopter pilot.
That was Huey Lewis? I thought that looked like him.
Like, who is that guy? His voice is so familiar.
Oh my god. So I saw that in a fun fact, but it said they were almost in it. So I thought that wasn't him.
Mm-hmm. He was in the credits. Yeah.
Oh, that got me. Cinematography was by Adam Greenberg. It was edited by Stu Linder. The music was by Elliot Goldenthal. It was released February 13th, 1998. It had actually... Well, it actually got pushed. So I guess it was supposed to have more of a December, but I believe The Abyss might have came out around the same time, is what they mentioned, or some other film, and they just didn't want it to overlap or anything. So then they delayed the release, basically. The running time, 134 minutes. It is
substantial.
Pretty fucking long. The budget was 73 to 80 million. The box office was about 73 million. Yeah, so
I remember.
Yeah. So it was held up in production as well. So there was they took breaks almost with filming. And I feel like you can tell.
Yes. Because
it does feel disjointed. Even their chemistry and how the actors, you can tell. So, yeah, director Barry Levinson was able to make, with Dustin Hoffman, the entire movie of Wag the Dog in between making Sphere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because why? Budget?
Yes, there was just a bunch of stuff going on, and then like they had to do like a whole like a rewrite basically, like with scripting at one point that I read. So I just feel like things weren't in favor, and this movie could have been so much better. Yeah, because I like the source material. You can't go wrong with a Michael Crichton book, I feel like.
I mean, like I love Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
and the book was amazing.
I haven't read this book, but now I'm going to.
I was like, it makes me want to read the book after I watched it.
Honestly, I kind of like zoned out where I'm like, oh yeah, Michael Crichton. I loved his stuff when I was young. So I'm going to go back and start reading more of his stuff again.
At first, when I saw his name again, I had to look it up because I was like, I got him confused with the guy that did all the law books. And
James Patterson.
No, not James Patterson. The law ones from the 90s. It wasn't Michael Crichton. It was the other one that did like The Firm and...
Oh, I don't remember.
The Tom Cruise, like, lawyer. He was, like, big.
I guess I thought that was James Patterson.
No, James Patterson is not smart enough to write that.
Oh, wait.
Well, now you look it up.
Yeah, look it up. John Grisham. Okay, there you go. Oh, yeah. And I've read John Grisham books. Did not remember his name. I think I've read the book you talked about.
The Firm. Like, that's how I got him confused with Michael Crichton for some reason. I was like, oh, no, I like Michael Crichton.
And this was the second Crichton adaptation that Samuel L. Jackson and Barry Levinson were a part of. Jackson, obviously, Jurassic Park. And then Levinson directed Disclosure, which was also something Michael Crichton did. I know, I couldn't remember that one. I'm going to have to go look again.
Yeah, because I have no memory of that.
So it was shot at an abandoned Mare Island Naval Shipyard in Vallejo, California. And then it was also shot in warehouses constructed with the water tanks. Warner Brothers was not going to repeat their Waterworld mistakes and shoot in any kind of ocean. Because it would have set the budget just, just skyrocketed. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah. So they were like, nope. Allegedly, Joseph Hahn, the DJ in Lincoln Park, designed the sea snake in the concept art phase.
Interesting. I
didn't dig deeper into this, but I was like, if that's true, I kind of could see it too, the way that snake looked. I felt like it would be like, crawling in my skin.
Like, literally.
I found a pretty cool article online, and it was kind of more about the CGI and the sphere and the special effects. So that's kind of where most of my fun facts are going to come from, because I found it very interesting. Corey was the CG supervisor of Cinesite. And he was saying, as described in the novel and in the script, it was to be perfectly reflective. And as such, it was essentially a giant chrome ball. I believe that's even almost how it's described in the book, as like a ball bearing almost. Yeah. Jeff O'Koon was also part of this. And he said, we tried a million things. We worked on different chrome reflections in the ball for about 9 months. Because the thing about chrome, is it reflects everything. And then if it's a perfect sphere and it's reflecting everything, then I think they said technically, like, imagine a mirror that's like a complete circle. You're not gonna see it almost. Like, it's just gonna look like it's almost part of, because it's reflecting what you're seeing. Yeah. And so they're like, how the hell are we gonna make this? And then also it can't reflect them, the people. So they said they worked on this thing forever. They did almost 75 different versions of a round chrome sphere. Carlos Arguella even said that he would go to the dictionary often to go back and look at chrome over and over to be like, are we getting it? And then he said, if it was in a dark room, which is where this is kind of supposed to be, then you just you wouldn't see the sphere at all. It would just look almost like a black void because you're in a black room. So then they wouldn't be able to see it. It's not going to be this presence, when they walk in there. At least not with what they can make, with CG in 1998. So. Right. So they said after fifth or sixth meeting with Barry, because every time he was like, well, I'll know it when I see it. And every time he was like, oh, not quite there. So finally, he says, well, I'm going to show him a gold one just to provoke some kind of feedback. And that's kind of what they went with, as well as giving it kind of that shimmer of some kind of texture. They were going to have to do something, because when it was just the ball, almost like a monolith, like they got feedback that it didn't seem alien-like enough. So that's when they kind of added it almost texture, like it's moving rippling underneath or rippling. Undulating. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and that's why they decided to go that route. Because sometimes because for me the gold almost is, I mean, the CG, it's not bad, but it's not great either.
Yeah, it's not great. It didn't make me want to look at it or touch it.
I felt like it wasn't as intimidating. Mm-hmm. Like, I like a good Monolith movie. I mean, 2001, like, it just being that, like, especially in the last scene of 2001 when it's like they're in that room and then the monolith is just like there. Like, it's kind of like, oh, you know, like it's almost disturbing. Like, why is this thing here in this room, and the contrast and stuff? And then this one, it was just like, oh, there's this big gold ball and
there's a big gold ball shimmering and undulating like it's breathing. Yeah, and then the environment it's encased in. So I don't know. I guess I just was I was like, oh, they tried. Yeah. And it seems like they had a heart, you know, like it was a lot to undertake. So, like I said, for 98 though, it doesn't look terrible. I've seen so much worse from that time period. Yeah. So good on them for that. Also, Samuel L. Jackson said, for me, shooting the scenes with the sphere, and he was like, was a real revelation, because they were doing everything against a green screen, you know? So he was like, for a week and a half, he was like, it's an interesting dilemma, because the whole time he was like, I'm doing stuff because I thought the sphere was going to be silver. He was like, in this strange kind of actory kind of sense, I was acting for a silver sphere, not a gold sphere. That sounds like something you would say. He said, so I've wondered, when I watched the film, how it would have looked or what my expressions or reaction could have been had I known the sphere was gold. So what you see here is acting for a silver sphere, not a gold sphere. And I have a gold sphere performance in me somewhere, but this is not it. It was like the acting is not aligning with the color of the sphere. Yes. I mean, I can dig it. I love that. And for me too, even maybe he likes gold better than silver. Yeah, and he would have been like super had a different, maybe he would have been more starry-eyed instead of like Harry was very almost clinical. Like, so maybe that would have been get in that sphere. Yeah, maybe it would have been completely different, because the whole thing is they do say in the book why he goes in the sphere is just from pure curiosity. Like, he was just looking at the sphere because he's curious. Like, so, I just thought that was hilarious. Yeah. that was his quote. I got a gold sphere performance in me. So there are a couple of Easter eggs as well that these guys threw in. There's some debris shaped like Gumby and Pokey in the spaceship explosion scene. Tim Ketzer said, Jeff O'Koon asked me to put them in there. Also, in some cracks forming in the spaceship fin when it explodes, he put his name Tim upside down. So they're just fucking around. Yeah, I didn't notice any of that. So I found all of that on vfxblog.com. So with that, Jess is gonna take it away with the "You Googled Some." In this 1998 sci-fi thriller, a crack team of A-list scientists is trapped on the ocean floor, investigating a mysterious spacecraft. The twist: the shiny alien sphere that is gold, not silver, literally brings their deepest subconscious fears to life, turning their underwater therapy session into a deadly, tentacle-fueled nightmare. All right, so as we've mentioned when we announced this one, we have some memories of this because I really liked this one when I was like in middle school.
I would make Jessica watch it with me sometimes. She did not like it.
No, it was so boring to me.
What did you remember before you dove in last night?
Okay. My memories are them looking at the sphere, people acting somewhat strange, but not enough to keep my interest. I remember the numbers on the screen thing. I don't remember him saying, "Hi, my name is Jerry." I do not remember that part at all. Like, I remember very little of this. Like, the underwater scenes with, like, flashlights.
Yeah.
The jellyfish scene came back to me
Yeah.
after I watched it. But that was pretty much it. Like, I have very little. I remember the, like, movie poster more than the actual movie.
Yeah. I also, the sphere scenes, like when they're walking up to it and everything, I had recollections of the overall plot. Like, I did remember, it's manifesting things. I think I thought it was more Samuel L. Jackson specific. Because I think I just remembered the beginning a little more because he was the first one. Yeah. So I kind of forgot the others ended up going.
and into the sphere.
Yeah. Jellyfish scene. Yeah. I remembered people like kind of dying off, was what I also remembered. I feel like I recall though, like the sphere being more a part of it in terms of them like going back and forth to it.
Yeah.
Like I thought there was more involvement with like
the actual sphere.
Yes, and then getting around the compound, which there still was. I mixed it up in memory.
I think I kind of got this mixed up also with Contact, the Jodie Foster one.
Oh, maybe that's...
I think I got those two kind of merged together because I was like, I guess I just thought it was there in the background not doing much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which it kind of was, but it's also kind of like Contact where like I think I got those kind of confused. Yeah. Which both... when they came out, were so boring to me.
I remember not liking Contact when I was... Yeah, because I was younger.
But more happened in this movie than in Contact, because my recollection of Sphere was, I was like, it's a boring movie and nothing happens.
Oh, yeah. I would say this is, like... I think a lot of people... Like, they want to say it's sci-fi because of, it's an alien ship, and... there is like a time travel aspect, but it's kind of more psychological horror, like, as well. So it's an interesting movie. I see why I liked it at that age. Yeah, because it had these elements in it. I think it's
so funny that you liked it at that age.
Yeah.
Because in 1998, I was like 13. So you were like 10.
But I probably didn't see it till I was like maybe 12. You know, you gotta think. Okay, remember, like, things took a little while to, like, because I wouldn't have seen this in theaters. Yeah, when I was 10. Like... Right. So it probably was a few years, like, I feel like 12 and 13 was when I was, like, into this movie, though. Yeah. I like the idea that the alien elements and the, and them kind of going crazy and the manifesting and, ooh, that's kind of interesting. And I think as a kid, I thought it made more sense or, like, ooh, like, you know what I mean?
Trippy. Like, twist.
Because this go around, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of seeing why a lot of people didn't like this. Like,
I mean, this go around, I'm kind of like, okay, it's not.
You can see why I liked it.
I was like, okay, it's not as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah. So with that, we'll just get into it. Yeah, it starts us off of a meeting of the minds. Like, with apparently Huey Lewis.
Well, he wasn't really a meeting of the minds, but he was a nosy-ass helicopter pilot. He's like, hey, what are you doing here? What's going on? Shipwreck. Or plane crash. Plane crash. Buddy.
Yeah, I don't think that's what this is.
He was like fishing for information.
Yeah, so we come to find out it introduces Dustin Hoffman first. His character's name is Norman. We find out he is like a psychologist and apparently a kind of big wig one because he's the one that they say they call for airplane crashes and to help survivors and apparently he works for the government, you know. And so he thinks that's what's going on. And then he gets there, and then all of a sudden he's running into all these people he seems to know, which is Samuel L. Jackson's character, Harry, and then Sharon Stone's character, Beth. And then, of course, there's... Liev Schreiber, who apparently was kind of his rival, maybe. It sounds like they had a friendly, almost... college rivalry. Like, they're two different subjects, like, not professionally, but it seems like I think he's quipped
the
to
son
one another.
Of somebody he knows.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He said he knows him since he was 17. Oh. So-and-so's son.
Okay. Yeah, because they do a lot of, and it is mentioned in a lot of reviews and a lot of, all the research I looked up talking about the exposition dumps. Like, that does happen in this movie. It is, like, kind of like I said, there was a lot in the beginning and Dustin Hoffman is that actor where the way he talks can be so quick. Like in a like the cadence of his voice, like how he talks sometimes it's hard for me to retain what he says.
You're like, the level of his voice is not something that registers with me.
It's not even it's the cadence of it. Like whatever it is, like it feels like it's fast, but not like, or he's kind of repetitive at times.
Spit out a lot of information like quickly.
Yes,
he reminds me of like when you're walking behind like a doctor and they're explaining things to you, and you're like, I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, right.
On your left, on your right, and you're like, That's how I feel like anytime somebody's telling me directions.
Yeah, they're all telling you like Dustin Hoffman.
And you're like, I don't want to seem like an idiot. Yes,
like I can't keep up.
Gotcha. It's funny though. As soon as I saw Dustin Hoffman, he started acting.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man, I miss Dustin Hoffman.
I know. I always enjoyed Dustin Hoffman. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's in this kind of movie, the way he speaks, it was sometimes I'm like, I'm trying to keep up, man.
Because wasn't he an Outbreak? Isn't he a doctor in Outbreak?
Oh my God, is he?
I was like, because that's how I imagine every doctor being.
No,
now.
I really can't remember. I remember like Wag the Dog, and of course he was in Meet the Fockers later, and then of course his earlier work. But yeah, so he's meeting all these people that he like knows and works with. And then basically you come to find out that he wrote the report for the Bush administration of what to do with a possible encounter with an alien being. And they're like, it crashed 288 years ago. Like, this thing has been down here and we found it. And like, you're the guy, you wrote the report. And so he's like, oh my God. And he knows Harry, of course, Samuel L. Jackson's character, and he was like, I was just bullshitting this whole thing.
He was like, they paid me $35,000.
Yeah, it was the down payment for his home. I did write down boomer shit next to it. Take the money, do not know what you're talking about with this. And then when the shit hits the fan,
you just
we're going by your bullshit. So basically, he just built what he thought would be a team, and he kind of got the ideas, I guess, from movies and then like other and also other info. He was like, he did partially research like certain things, he said.
But how can you research that?
Yeah, exactly. So he is like, oh, well, it's a shot in the dark. It kind of is bullshit.
Especially when he's a psychologist.
Yeah.
You're not even an astrophysicist. Why would he know about aliens?
I do find it interesting that I'm like, they would choose a psychologist for that. I can understand wanting a psychologist on the team for how the humans are going to handle it, but what the fuck is a psychologist going to know about an alien thinking and emotions?
Yeah,
and
you're going to know about emotions in general.
Or
so
it would.
Beings' emotions.
Yeah, like Sharon Stone's character makes more sense because she's supposed to be like a biologist, a marine biologist specifically. Yeah. And then Liev Schreiber, he's supposed to be more of the astrophysicist. And
Samuel Jackson's the mathematician.
Yeah,
he's just the one that brought the team together.
Yeah, I'm like, Dustin Hoffman seems the odd one out in this
he's
in
the
this
George
team.
Clooney of their Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So they let him know, like, this is what we're doing, and y'all are gonna go down there, and you're like, okay. So you get it's deep enough. But it's not so deep to where, like, it would crush them immediately, basically.
Yes, it is. If it wasn't depressurized or whatever underneath there.
Oh, no, I'm saying while they're down there, though, because they were saying if they left the habitat, like, they can wear suits and stuff and still walk around, like, on the floor. Like, once they're down there, they're not going to be crushed if they're wearing dive gear and stuff. But they said that they could freeze to death, in a situation. So it's still pretty deep and, imposing underwater craziness.
Yes. That's a big no for me.
Yeah, I don't think I could do any.
I know I couldn't do it.
Like underwater stuff like that.
My ears would.
Oh, yeah. Probably explode. Yeah, mine would too.
I'd be deaf as soon as I got down there, so.
I love that they had my gal. They had Queen Latifah.
Oh, I know. I forgot.
I love her cameo.
You know what I really hated? That they just sat there and watched her fucking die.
Yes.
They're like, they're harmless. Swim through them. I guess they're not harmless, but you could go retrieve her body.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah. And then she's literally like, I can't get out, I can't see. And they're like, just walk through.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
when
oh
Dustin
my
Hoffman
God.
couldn't see just because of some bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles. I know.
He walked his ass through.
Mm-hmm. And he panicked more than anyone there.
He panicked all the time.
He was...
The way he reacted to the sea snakes.
Oh my God. This whole character in this movie, though, he was just so, like, I feel like he was like the Diane Keaton.
Mm.
Yeah. Of the, you know, he's like, ah!
Yeah, he was screaming all the time.
Just constant panicking. I'm like, you're the psychologist.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you be understanding your response? Yeah. That was what I was thinking.
Not the first one to crack. Look at Samuel. He's just reading a book with blank pages.
So they're finally all going into it with the, like I said, they do have the Navy guy or whoever he is with them. And Sharon Stone mentioned sea snakes because she's a marine biologist, so she knows what's there. So she'd be like, oh, you know, in this kind of area, I'd be more worried about that than this, like, kind of thing. They see that the outside is already chipped, like it had been trying to be broken into.
Yeah.
They noticed that as well, so they almost wonder, like, are we the only one, you know, who else has been down here? Mm-hmm. Who was opening this hatch?
Like, I thought it couldn't be broken.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, basically, it's like someplace, and it emits heat, and it's like a catwalk area, so you're like, okay.
I see you, Seth.
Yeah. And I like how, with the quickness, though, that they basically were like, as soon as they got down there, they didn't even take them to their little, like, station. They went directly to the spacecraft, and they're like, you're getting in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're meeting this alien thing, whatever the fuck's in here. I just feel like it would just happen very quickly. They separate into groups, and they start searching. And this is when things start not adding up because the trash has trash basura.
Yeah, and you're like,
why is
English
it
and Spanish?
English and Spanish, yeah. The other group finds like humans, like humanoids at least of some kind in the cockpit, but then they also see smokehouse almonds. So they're like,
What kind of alien? He was hitting the head from behind.
Like, these are not aliens. Yeah. Like, it's quite clear this was probably, like, an American or some English, you know, like, speaking country's craft.
They just couldn't tell from the outside, I guess.
Yes, because it was from the future. You know, the technology is alien, you know, to the people in 1998 at that point. So they do find all the information, I guess, of what they could be able to get from logs. And it was from 2043 and 2047. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, shit. Like...
It didn't say 20. It just said 43.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay, okay. And it says unknown entry event. So they know that these people were flying around in space, apparently. And there was some kind of unknown event, and they just, appeared on Earth, or they crashed into it?
Literally, they crashed into it.
Yeah, and they crashed into the ocean. Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, they did. They went through some kind of black hole, wormhole situation, and ended up in our neck of the woods. Yeah. So then they get to the namesake.
The sphere.
The sphere. And it's this imposing gold undulating ball. Almost like a golf ball, though. Like, the kind of how the texture did it. Yeah, it was a little too pockety, I think.
I just didn't understand what the, like, veiny things in there were, but I was like, I guess that was supposed to all just be reflections.
I guess so, or like, and then
it looked like it had internal workings.
Reflections of the movement, possibly. But I do feel like almost it was like the stuff underneath it, like maybe that, whatever it is, you know, that's it moving around back there. Or responding to things. I guess I always wanted to know more. I wish they would just explain, or we would have, like, maybe in the end they're not showing us from their perspectives, but we saw something from the sphere's perspective, or like what is in there. I don't know, just because my curiosity also.
Like, what the fuck?
I know. What the fuck is it?
Take a knife, cut that sphere open. What is it made of?
Give me a blowtorch.
And then how you enter it is it takes your reflection and goes whoop.
Yeah.
And then you disappear, basically.
Basically.
So that was weird.
So yeah, their reflection disappears into the sphere, but then they have no recollection of this happening or them actually going into it.
Mm-hmm.
So Harry's like said the first step, that because after this situation and they kind of see what they're working with, they're like, okay, like the fuck is that?
Yeah, they're like,
And so they're all set up in their little.
So I guess Leave didn't go in the sphere then.
No, I believe he died, right?
No, yeah, he died, but why didn't he go in the sphere? He was the one that was so enamored, like, with the whole
I
idea
think he
of it.
just died before he could, maybe.
Did he not go in the room with them when they first discovered it? I thought they were all in there together.
Yeah, I thought they were. But
I guess not.
yeah, like I said, I think he just died too early to even make the attempt.
No,
Or
it
he
doesn't
was,
seem like he died
or
that
because
early.
he was an astrophysicist, he was the only one just not dumb enough to go up to an alien thing and not knowing what it's capable of. That's maybe my thoughts.
Well, I mean, he was the one that died, so.
Either way, yeah, but still. That was my thing too, because I'm like, this is some alien, like, you don't know what it's capable of, and you're just like waltzing right up to it.
That just for science.
Just very ballsy.
Mm-hmm. Going into the ball is ballsy.
And here's the big thing in my notes when I wrote down too is I didn't remember it being gold. I wanted to share that because that was some of my disappointment where I was like, it was gold? Because in my head, I think I imagined it, like I said, far more imposing and maybe even more like mechanical or like demon-like or something, you know? Like, I don't know.
I don't remember it being gold, but I don't remember having any memories of what color.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. There was some fucking sphere, right?
There was a sphere.
And yeah, so curiosity gets the better of Samuel L. Jackson's character first, and they show him checking it out, and yeah, his reflection flying up over around the sphere, and that's all you kind of see.
Well, I guess that was his thing, is like they're like, it's reflecting everything but us,
And then it decides to reflect them,
and then it takes them inside.
Apparently. And apparently gives them powers
to manifest their dreams,
yeah,
or whatever they want,
or what they're feeling,
but doesn't tell them that they can do this.
No, they are completely unaware.
I'm like, is that a test?
That's, yeah, I don't know. That's what we can speculate.
Yeah.
And because shortly after that is when they think they're able to talk to the sphere, and this is where Harry is the one who cracks the code.
So is it the code that all those numbers repeating? Is that just Harry's mind because he's a mathematician?
Probably, and he probably knows binary, you know, so because that was binary code, I believe, that scrolls up, and then he's like, oh, you know, it's a code of some kind and everything, and he's the one who cracks the code as well. So was he hiding the fact that the name was Harry all along? And not Jerry? Or did he get the code a little wrong?
I don't know, because it was his mind.
Exactly. But then if he wasn't aware that he went into the sphere, then why would he cover it up being Harry?
Fishy, though, the whole time.
Yeah, I do feel like he was always just kind of off compared to everyone else, even though that they apparently had went into the sphere and don't remember either, but they didn't come out being shady like he did. Like, he came back being extra
weird,
off. Like, yeah.
Not
like,
even just shady, just like, oh, why is he like childlike almost now?
Yeah. And then they had him sleeping all the time.
Yeah, and that's all he did was sleep.
Yeah, like I remember, like he
Nobody
sleeps
else
for
did that.
vast portions of this film where he's not even in it. But apparently, too, it's because, throw in this fun fact, is when Samuel L. Jackson was filming this, in between, he was also filming, I think it was Foxy Brown. So he was also like weekends this and this. So I feel like just no one was fully committed to this movie.
Yeah, and it shows.
And I feel like that's why everyone just feels so off, but not in the way that is supposed to be felt off and make it like scary or thrilling or anticipatory. Like it was disappointing in that respect, because I remember thinking it was when I went back to watch it. So this just breeds almost like a paranoia binge too. That's how the rest of the movie kind of goes. It is a long movie. Yes. I feel like they could have, if they would have shaved off 30 minutes and just kept it at like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and did the pacing a little
Even
differently.
2 hours is okay for an epic sci-fi, like, underwater movie. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
2 hours is acceptable. If it's moves a little
differently,
like, not even faster, because, like, the pace wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't in certain spots, but it's like it just didn't give you enough when you needed it, and then it was too little when you did. Like, the stuff with Beth, like, when they start kind of... You do gather information where you know her past with Dustin Hoffman. And it sounds like he must have, did he rape her or, like, take advantage of her when she was underage or something?
It didn't sound like that to me. It sounded like they had an affair and she didn't know that he was married.
Oh, okay, okay.
Me. Like, he was inappropriate and, like, led her on is what it sounded like.
Oh, okay.
Because maybe he was, like... and she was his patient, so
see, that's why I was like...
That's wrong.
Yeah, like, so I'm like,
And then he wasn't even admitting he did any wrongdoing until the very end.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it was so long ago. Like,
yeah.
Bitch, it don't matter how long ago it was.
Beth, you're just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's supposed to be the whole thing with her, I guess, because Harry, they mention...
But, like, did you make her crazy? Like, did you make her suicidal because of what you did to her?
Mm-hmm. And it almost kind of now... Thinking in hindsight of, like, the things that they were all afraid of, like, Harry's stuff was very almost childlike, his fears. Yeah. Squids. He couldn't read past page 87 in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Like, it's not like, I mean, yeah, it's still scary stuff, but, like, not like Beth, who her fears are, like, not trusting her own mind and going crazy and that kind of stuff. And then you see her start kind of almost manifesting, and it's affecting them as the plot progresses too. And then along with, and then Dustin Hoffman's just afraid of everything.
Yeah, literally. Everything real and imagined.
And then here's the whole thing. So you go through the whole film with Dustin Hoffman being pretty much the lead point, but Beth is the one that figures it out. Mm-hmm. Dustin Hoffman's just running around like a scared little idiot.
And you know what I thought was, like, so insensitive when they were looking at Queen Latifah's body, and he was like, yeah, one summer, man, I ran into a bunch of jellyfish, and I don't know what she felt, but the pain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this person knew her, worked with her. Could you be a little bit more sensitive? Just a little bit.
I know, and that's like, when you're like
laughing about it.
Yeah, and that's when you're like, oh, okay, well, this was his fear, so
right,
you know.
And she's like, I don't know what kind of jellyfish this is.
Yeah, and at this point, yeah, they're dropping hints left and right, like, oh, this isn't an actual jellyfish that exists, basically. Yeah, like, it's just because it's one he imagined in his mind, which isn't
super scary one.
Yeah, and it's not accurate in any way, so he manifested weird ass ones. Same thing with the Sharon Stone mentioning the snakes, but he's the one who has a fear of them.
Yeah.
And so he manifests them so they look kind of crazy. Like, and then he manifests water drowning. Like, he's just running around manifesting everything. And I feel like even at this point, they kind of have an inkling. He has an inkling and he thinks it's Harry. Mm-hmm. But then he immediately doesn't trust Harry, and then he's like working with Beth. Yeah. But then he immediately doesn't trust Beth, and then he's back working with Harry. His character, Norman, is such a little flip-flopping bitch.
You wishy-washy bitch.
Yeah! Like, watching this movie, I was like, Dustin Hoffman is the villain.
I mean, he was always like...
Like, he was doing too much. Like, they should have, like, just take the fucking shot.
His finger in every pie.
Every pie. Like, you should have just listened to her and took the medicine, because, like, she was making sense. Like, and he's the one panicking and being crazy.
She was the one making sense the whole time when she was like, don't do it. It's going to start a fire. It's going to start a fire. Mm-hmm. What happened?
What do they do?
He's like, you don't have to be bright all the time. Start a fire. Immediately. Which made the captain get chopped in half by the door. Yeah. And I was like, motherfucker, you got it propped up by a lunchbox. Why are you trying to squeeze through there? Like, at least just have your hand, not your whole half of your body to grab something. Stupid. Or get your whole body in one way or the other. Like, this is a lunchbox holding the steel vacuum sealed door. Let me lay through it to grab what I need.
It'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? literally the worst thing that can happen. You get chopped in half slowly.
You get chopped in half. I do have to say one of my favorite scenes, though, is in the beginning when you still don't quite know, like, that they're actually manifesting this, but you're getting the hint kind of with Harry's character when all the squid eggs are, like, coming down.
Yes.
And it's like they're getting attacked by a giant squid. And then when you kind of realize later when you're like, oh, that... He literally was thinking of the fucking squid from the book. Like, that was the scenes that I feel like were shot the best.
Yeah.
Of, like, it was enough to, like, cloud the cameras. Like, because they did do that a lot, where you're real close in when they're in the underwater, like, scenes. And it's almost too much, you know, because they'll be, like, moving around and flailing, and it's just like, oh, shit in front of the water, bubbles. Like, but I feel like the squid egg one was...
Shitting in the water.
The squid egg one was, like, a little more clear. They didn't do that as much, and then when they did, it was, like, appropriate for the anticipation and the fear.
That was really cool to me, that scene with all the eggs falling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, what, the size of this egg?
Yeah, exactly.
But then you never saw the squid. I thought that was kind of a cop-out. I was with an $80 million budget, we can't see no giant squid. Not even, like, one flash of it.
You just get the eggs.
You just get the eggs.
You just get the eggies.
That's a cop-out.
But I did like that scene.
And then I was like, we go from that, and then he's eating the eggs. I'm like, is it... But, you know, egg's not a sphere. It's a circle shape.
Oh, I don't know.
Not a sphere.
Yeah.
Like, they had a lot of egg emphasis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then with the food, the scenes where we mentioned Beth, like, her fears of going crazy, and then, like, how it's manifesting is she says she was out looking for food.
Oh,
in the alien spacecraft, and they're like, Beth, why would you go in the alien spacecraft to look for food? Like, it would be
300-year-old food.
300-year-old food. But according to her, when she opened the cabinets, there was no food. Like, everything was burnt and ruined. And then she opens the cabinets again, and then it's filled with food. And she's like, I am not crazy, because that is her thing. So, like, that could have been really cool, too. I feel like if they would have implemented it really early on. Like, I felt like everything was done. And I guess it is, maybe it's supposed to be the stages in which they all went into the sphere, I guess.
I assumed... Okay, so did she go back to look for food, and that's when she went into the sphere?
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, because they don't.
What she did.
They do not explicitly show you at all when Beth goes in, but you see when Dustin Hoffman and Harry go in.
Because they go in at kind of the same time.
Yeah, so I'm under the assumption though.
But why doesn't it affect Dustin Hoffman like Harry? Is what I don't understand. Because like they both go in at the same time, and Harry's the one that's there unconscious.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And Dustin Hoffman, that never happened to him. Obviously, it didn't happen to Beth. Because
yeah, they were able to just waltz out of there, or were they passed out and then wake up and they're like, "What the fuck happened?" And then they just went back and they never told anyone. Like, hey, I woke up next to the sphere. That was weird.
I did kind of thought it was cool how when at the end when they're getting into the mini sub and they're like still in there, but they're like, "Where are we? We can't see."
Yes.
Because they were all like manifesting things at the same time.
That was another fun scene that I was like, oh, this is like, that would have been really cool. Like, if I liked this movie, if it was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because basically they've all been down there, like I said, working against and together at different points with each other. And Beth also sets up all of the explosives that were there to blow up the coral.
And it shows her specifically doing that, not thinking about it, but doing it.
Yes.
And she said, oh, I thought about it. That was me. I thought about it. And then it happened. And I was like, no, you actually went and did it and set them up, turned them on. But
maybe if she had went into the sphere prior, then she was just thinking of doing it. And then she was imagining, and then like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's where you're like, okay, sometimes it's a little...
It was manifestation Beth doing it,
a little murky. Yeah. But basically, it kind of also, though, puts them on a timeline that they necessarily didn't need to be on. And that's the whole thing, too. I don't even think the storm was real, either. Because when they're down there, they're told, and even remember the captain guy or whatever, the Navy guy... Because he was even expressing where he was like, oh, if there's a storm up there, we won't be able to go to the surface. Was that his fear? I'm wondering, I'm like, who manifested the storm? I feel like, because I was reading one article and
it was
some
probably
people...
Dustin Hoffman, because he was the one that didn't want to be down there in the first
Oh,
place. He
maybe.
was like, I'm ready to go. This pressure. And
I
this
don't
and
want to
that,
be
like,
stuck down here, and then
Yeah.
he manifests them
His
getting this
fear.
information. Because a lot of people think as soon as they basically like were in the vicinity, the sphere was working already.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. Had Harry already gone into the sphere when the weather reports were going out? That's what
Yes.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
okay, so maybe
they
it
went
was
the sphere pretty quickly.
So it has to be Harry. Because I feel like Dustin Hoffman necessarily
maybe
didn't
that's the
go through
storm
yet.
that was in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Okay, maybe, because that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, someone did that, but I still feel like, because at the end, they do explain where they're like, oh, we still have these powers.
Yeah.
Like, we can still manifest things, whatever we want. So basically, though, then the sphere couldn't have been working as soon as they were just in the vicinity, because they didn't actually go in it. Because then if that's the case, then Queen Latifah, the other girl... Right. And the Navy guy, like,
no, I don't think it manifests
would have had the powers too. There. Yeah, okay.
Because then I think that's how you get the power.
So I think the people then who were taught with those theories have to be wrong, in my opinion. Yeah. So
we didn't talk about how Leif Schreiber died.
Oh, please.
Yes, that was pretty intense. So I don't remember exactly what caused him to, he came in there to save Dustin Hoffman from something, didn't he? Like, something exploded, Dustin Hoffman, fell. Mm-hmm. I thought he was, super hurt, was why he couldn't get up. Dustin Hoffman.
Uh-huh.
And then that thing fell on Leif Schreiber, and it pinned him to that grate.
Yes.
And he couldn't get up.
Yes.
And then he saw, the fire going into the, whatever tank, and
then
it
just explodes.
And he even said
right
at the end, he was like, so-and-so, run, Norman, run,
yeah,
save yourself.
Yeah.
And he just watched him burn up face first.
Yep.
And then later he said, I watched it happen and I just froze. I couldn't do anything. I was like, are you kidding me?
Because he's a little bitch.
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me? You've known this kid since he was 17 fucking years old. You know his dad. You're going to go home and look his dad in the eye again, are ya? I was like, he came running in there to save your ass.
Yep.
And then after that, you just let him get the second worst way you can die besides being chopped in half with a dull object.
Oh my God, right?
I don't know. That's a tie.
Yeah.
That's a tie.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
Like I said,
And then for him to admit that in front of everybody, I just let him die. Yeah, I just totally let him die.
I'm Dustin Hoffman and I let him die, and that's how I talk.
I just wanted to save myself. Everybody save me!
I'm panicking.
Yeah.
And then when she's just trying to get him to take that, because eventually, like I said, they are figuring this out. And then when he's working with Sharon Stone, they drug Harry to get him to go to sleep, so he'll quit imagining the fucking squid and all this other stuff that's killing them. And then
I love the way he screamed when he got that injection too. He was like, "Go back to sleep." He was like,
and Sharon Stone, like I said, is figuring it out, and then she's telling Norman, Dustin Hoffman's character, like, you need to just go to sleep too, because at that point she hadn't gone
and
in
he
the
refused.
sphere.
She was like, "Dude, I don't want to fucking drown you. Just knock yourself out." We literally gave the same thing to Harry. He ain't dead.
Yeah.
Knock yourself fucking out. Instead, he opens the hatch, goes into the water so he can die of hypothermia.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
He goes inside in wet clothes and still does not die of hypothermia.
I know.
Not even shivering, not even a little bit.
No, not even a little bit. To where I almost wonder, I'm like, okay, did he imagine all that too, and he was just still inside there the whole time freaking
That's
out?
the only thing that would make sense.
But then she was like, Norman, don't go out there. So he must have actually went out there.
She's like, Norman.
Or was he manifesting the water? Or was she? Or did she let?
How would she flood it?
Yeah, because I didn't know.
Flood it?
I don't know. That's where I was like, I don't know if she actually had the power to do that where she was. I don't know. But yeah, so there's
another little mystery of this movie.
So there's a lot. You would have to, and I don't know if it does make sense. Like, we could just be. I'm like, is it in the script and we just don't remember, or did they just never kind of explain it, or? You know what I mean?
The water
just some of these situations, you know.
I don't think it was.
I think it's supposed to be left.
I just watched it last night.
Yeah.
So.
Is it the sphere or is it them or is it, you know, what's happening? What's real and what's not real? Because like you said, when they're getting to the emergency sub, and they know they need to just get the fuck out of there. The stuff's about to explode. Just everything's come to a head, basically. And they had got word that the storm was clearing up, though. So that's where I'm like, again, is that one of them thinking of that? Or was there really a storm up there? But anyway, they hightail it. And like I said, it shows them at different points where they are all sitting in this sub, all three of them crammed together. But they really genuinely think that they were back in the sphere area, like in the alien spaceship.
Like, how did we get here?
Yeah, and they're like, how do we get here? And they are freaking the fuck out, all of them. And then Dustin Hoffman has a recollection of apparently right before when he went into the sphere the first time or whatever, and his reflection said something to him. And it was...
Oh, I didn't see that part, I guess.
The sphere Norman told him, you gotta push the button. And then at the time, he was like, what button? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
and so then when they're basically in the sphere again and in this alien ship and then all this crazy stuff's going around and then he's like thinking of that other one going, push the button. And then that's when he finally breaks out of this, I guess, and he pushes the button and they're on their way.
What it made me feel like, too, is that it was like one of those time loop things because when they found the footprint, they're like, wait, there's a footprint down there. Who else has been there? That it was like one of their footprints from...
Yes, because that's where we haven't even gotten the time travel aspect of when they first get down there, Harry says, like, we're all going to die down here. And why he hypothesizes that is because with this being an American ship, like when they kind of figure all that out and it's probably this wormhole situation and they're thinking, well, if we had survived... then we would have eventually, like, there would have been a warning, you know, that broke this cycle to where these people wouldn't have crashed. So he believes they all die down there because obviously the people still crashed and their findings were never reported. And so that's why they're like, oh, we die. And then...
But you're like, I guess you don't because then at the end of the movie... you make yourself forget the sphere.
Exactly. And then that's why they didn't inform anyone because they forget before they debrief. So that's how the time thing is explained, basically. Yeah. So yeah, like they were down there. This is kind of like maybe a time loop of some kind of, you know, with how it's working. And because that's what they agree when they are in the decompression chambers. Yeah. As they realize they still are probably going to have these powers and they want no one to have any part of it, know what the fuck it does. They're like, this could be awful for the world, obviously.
Yeah, get in the wrong hands.
Yeah. So that's when they realize, well, they can actually make themselves manifest collectively, forget what happened and not be able to share any of the information. Or remember they have these powers, so that way they're not affecting anyone either.
What they really had to do is be like, manifest the sphere going back. Well, I guess if it left, they probably wouldn't have the powers anyway. That's probably why they have the powers, because the sphere is still there.
Oh, perhaps, yeah.
So it's like if they manifested it back home where it came from, then their powers might have left too.
I think more of, because like I said, again, oh, well, that was the spaceship, but not the sphere. Yeah, you're right. Oh, so the sphere, like...
The sphere left on its own.
Yeah.
It was the whole movie. It was like going, okay, bye! Yeah. Like,
yeah, so basically what that tells me then was the spacecraft from the future then the only thing holding it here. And so when it was exploded, that's when it was like, oh, I'm free, and it took the fuck off.
I thought it was because they manifested forgetting it, and because it forgot, it went back. Because it was still under the sea until they were doing their little, like...
Oh, perhaps. And then no one has access. Yeah, or maybe they manifested not only to forget, but for it to leave as well. Because I'm like, because everyone else would still remember. Like, how much can this manifestation go?
Right.
Like, can they manifest something and the whole world's going to believe it? Or only the people in their vicinity? Like, yeah. So, interesting.
Yeah. And then I'm like, so that probably continued the time loop because the sphere probably went back to wherever it was. And
that's true. And then going to find it again. And then, yeah.
And blah, blah,
rinse,
blah.
repeat.
Yeah. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Maybe.
As time loops do.
As time loops wanting to do.
I want to do.
So what did you think with this rewatch?
I liked it more than I did in middle school.
Yeah.
I thought, like you said, Dustin Hoffman was a wishy-washy bitch.
Yep.
I liked Samuel L. Jackson's performance in it. I thought he did well with it. I just thought he was kind of wasted.
Yeah, and like I said, I wish they would have given him a little more explanation for his reactions
like
to the sphere of why it differed so much from the other two.
Why he had so much more. I felt like he was more aware of having his powers too.
Yes.
Or more aware of like what was going on.
Possibly.
So that was confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I have to say on the popcorn meter, I would give it a 2 out of 5.
I also gave it a 2 popcorn out of 5. Yeah. I feel like it didn't hold up as well for me as much as I liked it when I was young. I see like the problems. But yeah, overall though, it was still fun to rewatch it, and I wish it were a little more, like
cohesive,
and it had exciting parts, but it kind of made it less exciting, just the way some of it was executed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad because it had some cool death scenes, like some of the jellyfish scene. Super creepy.
It was.
That was
cool.
Intense. The guy getting crushed in the door, Liev Schreiber, like those were all good death scenes.
I guess, you know what, like when they said he was doing the wishy-washy stuff, I wish they would have spent a little less time on some of the other stuff that they took up too much time for to draw that out of them being against each other and them kind of hiding from one another. Like, because they kind of showed that with Harry. Like, he's kind of always like watching them and the things, but like, I'd like to see a little more of that elongated of them having more fear and like
a little more paranoia
and and then the thing is kind of happening within the thing a little more.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, if she's like I said, besides her thinking about the food, and then I mean, like I said, Dustin Hoffman's manifesting, I guess, enough for everybody, but to have a little more of that build up, maybe.
That makes sense though, that the woman's fear is more psychological and the men's fear is literally like sea snakes. A giant squid!
And then especially knowing her, getting the tidbits of her history,
maybe her fear was being down there with fucking Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah! Sphere was working way before they got down there. Two popcorns overall then from both of us. I could recommend, if you've never seen it, to give it a watch.
I might even watch it again in like 20 years.
Yeah.
To be like, what was that movie about again?
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely want to read the book now.
Yeah.
And I heard the book kind of has more of, I think, what we're wanting from the story, like how it's, and how it's played out too, and how it, I guess, is like revealed.
Did Michael Crichton write the screenplay?
No, I don't think so. It was, I think he just helped produce it, but he did not do the screenplay. No, that was Stephen Hauser and Paul Attanasio.
Well, I feel like he should have had a hand on the screenplay.
Yeah. It probably would have turned out maybe a little more cohesive. I mean, he did help produce, but I mean, these kind of movies, too, I can just imagine. They're probably pretty hard to put together.
I can't imagine. That's why I'm like, out of all the Michael Crichton books, this is the one you wanted to tackle?
This is a pretty difficult
technology
one.
Back then?
Yeah. Like, I would say it was a lot of source material to display properly. And,
underwater.
Yeah.
Spacecrafts.
Have the audience understand it in the way that you're gonna want to tell the story and the visual, visually. So I could. It was an undertaking.
Yeah, it was definitely ambitious. To say the least.
So good job to the whole team and the crew
and
that
some of the special
worked
effects.
on it.
Like, I love the design of the spaceship when you walk inside. I love a good, what are those called?
Catwalk.
Yeah.
I love a good catwalk.
It instantly freaks me out because it reminds me of Alien.
Yes, exactly.
So the designs were there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So that's it, guys. That was Sphere.
That wasn't even planned.
I know. And as always, you can find us at Film Gazers on the social medias. Check out our link tree, information there on how ways you can support us.
We'll be more active on the meets now that we're
back in the groove.
Break.
Okay, there we go. So keep an eye on the TikToks.
TikToks.
The TikToks.
The TikToks. I might even, maybe we should post some pics of our summer vacation.
Oh yeah, do a little tidbits or something. Little carousel.
Yeah, carousel. Thank you.
There you
I was like, starts with a C.
And make sure to stay tuned for our next episode that will cover 2021's Underwater. And that will conclude July's Big Blue Wet Thing. And we will announce August theme on that episode. And we'll try to get a little more fall. Maybe we can get a little teasers out for you of what we're going to feel like getting into for spooky season, among other.
Almost upon us.
I know. Dude, yeah, we're halfway to December. It's freaking July.
Yeah.
We're over halfway now.
I know.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh my God. So, time to hit the dusted trail.
Until next time.
Later, taters.